Hello, this is John Hall from Right Here, yet another one of our video reviews of pens. And again, something fairly special, a couple of variations on a favourite old theme from Omas. It's the 360, but this time we've got them in either wild celluloid or Arco celluloid. So let's get me out of the way and have a close look at the pens. Right then, this is them. Two very fine looking pens, I'm sure you'll agree, and I've got to say, in the flesh they are absolutely gorgeous. What we've got here is, first of all, Omas's wild celluloid. Now, those of you who follow Omas closely will know that they've used this in recent years to make a paragon, but that's very recently been discontinued. That's the oversized paragon. And also they have in the past made 360s in this absolutely beautiful wild resin, and you can see why it's got the name. It really is quite exuberant, quite exciting. It is a celluloid pen, so it feels absolutely fantastic, and it does feel a little bit heavier than the average 360 vintage. Yes, it is just that little bit heavier, it's a few ounces heavier. So we take the lid off, we see the typical engraving on the nib, absolutely glorious, and beautiful rhodium finish, and altogether pretty wonderful pen. As with all the 360 vintages, as you'll see, it is a piston filler. This version has rhodium trim, and I believe they're making just 136 of these. Now, here we have one of their favourite materials, and justly so in my view, the Arco celluloid. And you'll see it works to particularly good effect here. There's a wonderful sort of sunburst effect on the back here. It really does grab the light and chuck it back at you. It is absolutely gorgeous. And again, this particular version has yellow gold trim. It's also available with the rhodium trim and with the rose gold trim. Now again, very limited numbers, 36 of each of these, and when they're gone, they're gone. And although they're quite expensive, for just over £900, I suspect they will be gone very quickly. Pens like this tend not to hang about, certainly in the quantities that Omas has made them. And you can see what they've done here. The cellulose is basically layered until you get your block of celluloid, and you can see all the different layers here. But as I say, they've spent a lot of time working out precisely how to machine it, and I've got to say I'm not sure whether this is an effect of the light here, but there seems to be rather more red in this. It's already a hue than one usually sees as it comes up to the corner of the block of resin. But there we go, absolutely gorgeous. As with all of the vintage 360s, it comes in the oversized presentation box, complete with bottle of ink. It goes without saying that being Omas, they are an absolute joy to write with. Omas nibs are amongst the best in the world. The Rollerballs are as smooth as rollerballs get, and overall this is a pretty spectacular package. Priced at about £900, as I say, they're expensive, but there's a degree of exclusivity here that you really don't get from almost any other pen maker. And the pleasure in holding and using these pens, I think, probably comes at least very, very close to justifying what to some might seem a very high price. Right, I'm going to have to pay attention for this bit, and I'm probably going to have to do some reading, and lacking an auto cue device, you will notice me looking down in a moment. I want to let you know what numbers and what finishes they've made these pens in. Now, you've had a look at the Wild. Here it is. Let's see if I can bring it into view here. There we go, that's the Wild. They made 136 in Wild with rhodium trim. That's fountain pens, 136 fountain pens. And they've also made 36 rollerballs. But as well, in the Wild trim, they've made 36 fountain pens with rose gold trim and 36 with ruthenium trim. That's quite an exciting thought, actually. There we go. Now, the Arco, remember, I do like the Arco, and I do like the Wild as well. If I could afford it, I'm not really sure which one I'd choose, but there we are. They've made 36 fountain pens in that finish, which is yellow gold, and they've also made 36 yellow gold rollerballs. The rest are all fountain pens, again 36s, so there are 36 in Arco Celluloid with a rose gold finish and 36 with a rhodium finish as well. No more rollerballs, so it's just 36 in each rollerball, and I make it, is it 108? Yes, it is 108 Arco fountain pens, and 172, 200, considerable number more in the Wild, but both of them very exclusive and both of them absolutely gorgeous. If you can afford it, go for it. You won't regret it.